I'm Tom.
I'm Stanley.
The last couple of weeks we've been talking about healthy relationships, and today we're going to begin a series of 7 signs that you're being in a toxic relationship. Beginning with number 1, gaslighting. Gaslighting is when you cause someone to question their own sanity. That's not good.
Nope.
Experience and reality. It blames Shanker Fiesta, a marriage and family therapist in Yardley, Pennsylvania. Factly says gaslighting is one of the most common forms of emotional manipulation and a toxic behavior you shouldn't tolerate. It's a good idea to identify ways to deal with gaslighting. Examples of gaslighting. It didn't happen that way. You imagine it. You're just too insecure. Or they'll say, I never said that. You always take things the wrong way. So we'll be back with more of the Lowdown right after this.
Welcome back to the Lotus Lowdown. Today we're going to learn about rigid boundaries and how to overcome them. Rigid boundaries are often described as inflexible, wall-like barriers that prevent emotional closeness, trust, and mutual understanding in relationships, leading to isolation and disconnection. They are characterized by an overreaching no and a reluctance to ask for help or share personal information, often stemming from past trauma or fear of rejection. Defining rigid boundaries and their characteristics. Rigid boundaries are often likened to a brick wall or emotional fortress that keeps others at a distance, making individuals appear controlling or unwilling to engage, and are frequently characterized by an overreaching theme of no in their interactions. Overcoming rigid boundaries often involves recognizing their origins, such as past emotional trauma, and gradually adjusting behavior. Strategies include identifying personal values, practicing assertive communication, learning to refuse requests, and starting with small acts of vulnerability to challenge negative beliefs and fears. Strategies for overcoming rigid boundaries. Practicing vulnerability through small acts. Challenging negative beliefs and learning to say yes are key steps toward softening rigid boundaries. That is all about rigid boundaries, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to the Lotus Lowdown. So today we're going to talk about how our standards are changing on January 1st. So it's basically just changing the what is a little bit, I guess, is what I'm hearing. You got any thoughts on that, Stanley?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, but if you guys change standard number 3, my mom is going to write an angry worded letter to Clubhouse International, and you won't like it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll be back with more of the Lowdown after this.
A survey conducted by the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, found that 64% of individuals living with a mental illness reported that their conditions worsened around the holidays, whether due to separation from loved ones, personal grief, the pressures of gift giving, economic hardship, challenging interactions with family members, or shorter days. This time of year can bring unique behavioral health challenges.
As we approach the holiday season, it is important to remember that it is very common to feel added stress, and this stress can worsen symptoms of mental health conditions such as depression or anxiety, or substance or use disorder. However, there are ways to help address the stress or condition and improve your mental health. Below are strategies to help you find moments of joy amidst the hustle and bustle this holiday season.
Strategies for supporting your mental health. Pay attention to your feelings. Remember that it is okay to feel unhappy during the holidays. Recognizing your feelings is the first step to addressing and nurturing them.
Number 2, develop a plan for when you are feeling stressed, sad, or lonely. This plan may include calling a friend or family member, going for a walk, engaging in activities that bring joy, or watching favorite movies. Have a plan ahead of time that can help ensure that difficult moments are more manageable.
Practice self-care. It is important to schedule time for yourself and activities that recharge your mind and body. This may include reading a good book, working out, spending time in nature, and practicing stress management skills such as deep breathing, meditation, and mindfulness. It is also important to remember to prioritize necessities, including eating a balanced diet, getting plenty of sleep, and finding time for exercise.
Connect with the community. If you can't be near loved ones during the holiday, find a supportive community to clubs, support groups, community centers, local meetups, and faith communities can help reduce feeling of loneliness and isolation. Consider scheduling a regular phone call with family and friends as well.
Support others. During this time of year, feelings of grief and loss can amplify. Check in on loved ones who may be alone or struggling during the holiday season. Helping a friend or neighbor not only gives joy to others, but it can improve your own happiness and well-being.
Recognize seasonal mood changes. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is a condition which people experience symptoms of depression that are triggered by change in seasons as the days get shorter. While this form of depression often improves in spring and summer, it is important to talk to your health care provider if you feel you're experiencing these symptoms. Treatment is effective and may include light therapy, antidepressant medicines, or talk therapy.
Avoid alcohol and drugs. For people in recovery, the holiday season presents challenges that can trigger the use of alcohol and drugs. Having a plan for navigating social events and feelings of loneliness can reduce the risk of substance use. For family and friends, it is important to check in on those who may be struggling with substance use over the holidays.
Know when to seek help. If you feel that your mental health struggles are becoming overwhelming and difficult to handle, it is important to seek help. In overwhelming and difficult to handle, it is important and to know that treatment is available below, or a free and confidential resources that can connect you with effective treatment and support. And that's it for today. Today for Clubhouse International News. If you or a loved one is living with mental illness, discovering a local clubhouse can make all the difference. It's a place to see supported and empowered. Visit this Clubhouse International website and our International Clubhouse directory to find out your clubhouse today.
Welcome back to the Lowdown. Today's newsletter spotlight is an article called ECT. It was written by Trissa Pickering and Fisa in the September newsletter. ECT, electroconvulsive therapy. Scary thought, I know. The thought alone scared me years ago when I started to do it. I started every few days, then weekly, then monthly. It can have slip-ups occasionally on people, but I have been pretty lucky. I started out as dormant, failed, then took a break for a while, and then went back, but they ended up shutting the program down. So now I go to Advent Health Hospital every 3 to 4 weeks. I have to be there around 5 a.m. for registration. I go back with the nurses to start an IV in my IV pole. I have an IV pole because my veins are shrouded to stick due to health issues and me being a shroud, as the nurses say. They give me painkillers, muscle relaxers, and a med to try my throat and mouth out. They didn't put me to sleep. While I sleep, they induce a seizure in my brain. I am not 100% sure how or why it was, but the ECT helps get rid of the voices and hallucinations for a few weeks. I am then woken up after a short period, sent home. I am usually back home by 10:30 a.m. and sleep most of the day away. I know it sounds like a scary procedure to do, but if it wasn't for the ECT, I don't think I would be alive today. The nurses at Advent help take very good care of you before, during, and after the procedure. The doctor comes and chats to you about how you are, what you want, and if you think any setting needs adjusted, and how the last treatment went. The one thing I love the most about ECT today versus the past when I first started is the patient is the central focus. Their thoughts are value and they matter. If they don't want something, it doesn't happen. If they need or want something, the doctor tries to work with them to work it into their treatment. Overall, if I had to do it all over again, I would. It has saved my life so much, and I will continue to do it as long as I need to do it. That is all for Newsletter Spotlight. Welcome back to the Lowdown. Today we have outlets for our Spotlight. Now I'm going to ask you some questions. How did you guys meet?
Well, we met at Clubhouse not too long ago, and we both were in media unit for a long time. And still are. And that's basically how we met.
What is your favorite thing to work on together at Clubhouse?
That depends on the day, honestly.
I like centerpieces working with you.
So do I. I still want to teach this guy PowerPoint, but I won't do it.
What is your nickname everyone called you guys at the Clubhouse?
The Alex twins.
Or AT.
Yeah.
ATAB.
Yeah. That was his thing.
Yeah.
I love seeing friendships made at the Clubhouse. Continue after you leave the Clubhouse. How does your friendship help each other outside the Clubhouse?
I call him when I'm bored at home and lonely.
Very well. He does.
We also play Roblox together.
He does.
And he's very entertaining when he's gaming, when he's on the phone.
Yes, I am very.
It is.
Yeah.
What do you guys enjoy doing together when you're not at Clubhouse?
We already answered that question. We basically play Roblox together, we talk to each other on the phone, talk most random stuff, and that's basically how it goes.
We go to the library too.
Yeah, that too. We go to the Topeka Library.
How dare you answer a question before I have the chance to ask it? What is your biggest barrier to being friends but living in two different towns?
Yeah, it's kind of boring. Talking to each other on the phone is not the same as talking to each other face to face.
Yeah.
That's basically what that is.
How do you guys support each other in your mental health journey?
We're basically each other's moral support.
Mm-hmm. Support each other.
I also help him when he has back pain.
Yes, very.
Alright, thanks for letting me interview you both. I hope this is a friendship that lasts a lifetime.
Welcome back to the Lowdown. We're wrapping things up once again with our celebration board, which reads as follows. Alex B for being super helpful in all the units. Rebecca's data entry superstar with attendance meal account. Richard and Alex B for picking out our Christmas tree. Stanley for being a good co-host. Jennifer and Renee for running our snack bar. And Alex B for being a good cameraman. Thank you for joining us for yet another edition of the Lotus Lowdown. We will see you next week.
Today on the Lotus Mental Health Aid, a survey conducted by the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, found that 64% of individuals living with a mental illness reported that their conditions worsened around the holidays, whether due to separation from loved ones, personal grief, the pressures or gift giving. Okay, stop. I can't.
Hello, today. I forgot what this was for.
Celebration ball cut. Just weed
sorry.
off the paper.
You should have